Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. It is Tuesday, and that means we get the lumberjack landlord. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing awesome. Super excited for segment number 3 today.
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw this. I know you've been a little bit under the weather recently. There was a post in our Three Amigos of FI standing for Financial Independence on Facebook. And basically, the gist of it was the middle class is blank. And it's a four-letter word that starts with an F. And I know there's a lot of talk track. I know there's a lot out there. But when you see stuff like that, or you see kind of that post and you know your story, you know my story, what do you think about when you see that? Did something change over the last 20 years and suddenly the middle class is? Or is it a mindset? Or when you see stuff like that, do you laugh, chuckle, get mad? What do you think?
Please make the children leave the room. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
It means you're a whiner. It means you're a whiner. It means you're a whiner. I'm a ninth grade dropout. You think anybody was handing me anything? Give me a break. What a bunch of whiners. In the 2000s, whatever it is, I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. I will outgrind you. I'll outwork you. I'll outsmart all of these things. I'll out you. So stop whining. Stop being a baby. And if you want to change your stars, then that's up to you. That's no one's going to do it for you. Stop. The American dream's dead. No, it's not. No, it's not. It just factually is not. You know who it's dead for? People that are waiting for someone to do it for them. That's what made generations before us so much greater, is that they weren't dependent on other people doing things for them. It's just the way it is, you know, and I see it now with how my units are broken up. There is absolutely a faction of my tenants that can't do anything for themselves. They're completely useless and they can't figure anything out. And the number of maintenance calls that I get from them is 8 to 1. It's 8 to 1. So if you want to fix something about your life, fix it. Don't whine. Everything's just fine. If other people are doing it, then you're not as smart or not working as hard as they are, because the opportunity is there for all of us. It's what you do with it. As a ninth grade dropout, I have an executive job in tech. Do you think that on every interview that I've ever been on in my entire career, they don't look at my resume and go, so, I don't see your college education on here. Yeah, it's not there. Oh, can you tell me about that? Yeah, I didn't go.
Yeah, done. Didn't go.
It didn't change any of my results for the rest of my career. And that's why you have me here. You have me here because I make it rain. That's why I'm here. And for anyone else, stop making excuses. Stop letting it be the reason that you don't pursue it. Do the work. Do the work. And eventually it will break your way, because you know who never gets rewarded? The people that do nothing.
Yeah.
They're never going to get there. So you can let the kids back in the room. I did a good job not cursing.
Yeah, you did. I was waiting for it. I'm like, oh, $1. No,
yeah, I was like, it was really close. It was like 6 or 7 times. And thankfully I'm under the weather. Otherwise I would have shouted.
Yeah, but exactly. Yeah.
It's just really that when people state that, it discredits and it takes away all of the hard work that people like me have done.
Yeah.
To get there. Because there was a chance that I had to make my chance. I wasn't handed anything.
Yeah. I think there's a couple things I want to say about this. First and foremost, without question, right? The deck was stacked against you and you just did the work and you got up every day and you did some more work and, you know, it broke your way, right? The other thing I want to talk about is there could be some people saying, well, you don't understand. You had it a better time, blah, blah, blah. There are people that are ninth grade dropouts today making it rain today.
Of course.
Right. Oh, there it is. One of the reasons I wrote this second book is because my first book, One Rental at a Time, was my story. And thus it was just a full-time employee, bought some stuff 2.5 hours away. It was one story. The reason I wrote this book is now there are 15 stories. There's single moms, 5 kids. There's people who burned the bridge. There's people who did this, did that. There's 15 different stories. That's why this book is here. I hate it when people just sit down and they point at something. See, it's too hard. It's always been hard.
It is hard.
It is hard. Yeah.
It is hard, you baby. Of course it's hard. My mom was a single mom. I was 9 years old. My sister was 7. We would have to go in the car with her on her showings on Saturdays. That's how we spent our time. That's how we spent our time. There wasn't, oh, it's awesome, it's summertime, we get to go hang out a bunch. No, my mom was a real estate agent, single mom, real estate agent. That's what she was. And so that's what we spent our time doing until we finally convinced her at like 11 or 12 years old, can we please just stay home?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
We don't want to go looking at houses all weekend long.
Yeah.
And that's the way it was. And so I don't want to hear about hard. Stop. Yeah, anything worth accomplishing is hard. You know, I don't take anything away from somebody who went to college for 6 years. Dude, I put my wife through college. That was hard. It was hard work. And she earned what she got. She earned her degree. She earned it. But how many hours did that take? Thousands of hours.
Yeah.
Thousands. So I don't want to hear hard.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear hard. Yeah, that's a foregone conclusion. And you know what the difference is? Hard scares you and makes you run the other direction. And other people buckle down, they bear in, and they go, I want a better life. And that means I'm going to have to do something to change it.
Yeah. What I want to say on this is also, again, it's hard for everyone. I want you to realize it's a 4 or 5 year hard.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, is 5 years of hard worth 40 years of greatness or goodness or whatever you want to call it after that?
Mike, I tell you, our 5 years was, I think our 5 years of hard was longer than 5 years.
Yeah. 5 or 6 years. Yeah.
Right. It was, well, it was longer only because we had to live through the Great Recession.
Oh yeah.
That was awful. That was Mike.
Yeah.
Nights I was up when I was like, how the heck am I going to do this? I have a $16,000 check I got to write on the first,
and
I've got $6,000 worth of income.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not interested in watching my check become a Super Bowl and go to the moon.
Yeah.
You know, but it was hard. Yeah, it was hard. It was horrible. It was stressful. It was stressful. Sometimes it made my wife cry. All those things. All those things. And you know what? Still all worth it. And it was nice to come out the other side. And not everybody is going to be successful. And you know what? Yeah, if that scares you, then, you know, go do something else. Go get a Dave Ramsey course and jump on board and retire when you're 65 or 68 years old. And hopefully you have enough money to survive and it outpaced inflation.
Yeah. You can work. I mean, if you're happy working 40 hours for 40 years, as far as I'm concerned, you won the race. What I don't like is people that are upset, angry, pointing at this, and then do nothing. That annoys me. They're
looking for a reason. They're looking for a reason to quit. Go away.
Well, they're not even quit. They don't even want to start.
Yeah, well, it's just, you know, it's the quitting justified.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, and so, yeah. I mean, I always tell people, you know, make the most of your opportunities, but largely speaking, you're going to make your opportunities.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, you know, the kid that I helped buy a fourplex, you know, with $8,000 down, and now he's making $1,000 a month
and living for free.
Living for free. He's like, I wake up every morning with a huge smile on my face.
Of course you do.
Like, of course you do. Like,
good job.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's awesome. And he's like, man, I'm so excited to do the next one. He goes, and this one was hard and stressful, and I wasn't sure it was going to happen. He goes, but I did, and I stuck with it, and I've still had some issues, but we're still pushing through, and I'm still, you know, making money. And it's honestly, you know, some people don't get to this realization until their 40s.
Yeah.
You still have time. Because you could, even if you can shave 5 years off retiring, even if you can take it from 65 to 60 or from 65 to 57, that's pretty awesome. But yeah, you're going to have to do something to get there.
And the last thing I want to say about this mindset is, at least for me, I didn't even know I was in the rat race. Sometimes it's just identification. Because again, right, if your whole life is to go to school, make a lot of money so you can buy a lot of nice stuff, congratulations, you're in the rat race. If you don't know you're there, it's hard to get out. And you're just going to work for, because again, my dad's one of my, I don't know, most frequent sayings about my father was, I'm going to work until I die. They're going to have to carry me out feet first. And the funny thing is, I saw that as a badge of honor when I heard it as a teenager.
Yep.
Now I look at that going, because you don't know how to handle money, you jackass.
Yeah. it's the biggest crime being perpetrated on our society today, which is the lack of financial education that kids get out of high school.
Yeah.
Biggest gap. And then even college, I talk to, we rent to a lot of college tenants,
Mhm.
and I have to explain to them very often simple things,
Yeah.
very simple things, very simple mathematical things.
Yeah.
And so again, at the end of the day, I hope people are encouraged and realize that they
Yeah.
need to get up off their butt and do something. And quite frankly, even if you don't, go watch another crash video and give yourself 10 reasons why you're not going to do this. Fine, whatever. I'll still
Yeah.
rent to you.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing I'll say about this that I believe is the American dream to me means doesn't matter where you, like, there are some countries where you're born into a caste, like this is what you're going to be your whole life and you have no options. That the American dream to me is when you're born, your life is not preordained or destined. You can change it yourself. That's the American dream to me.
Yes, it's 110%. I think that I'm actually trying to find it on our message boards, but somebody actually responded with that, and I just want to give her credit. It was Reba on our financial independence, I think, or Three Amigos of Financial Independence, and she basically said, she's from an immigrant family, and she said they came to the U.S. because the U.S. essentially gives you the ability to figure out what you're really good at and then make money from it.
Nice.
And so, I'm second gen. I think she's first gen. But this is what's really amazing, Mike, and it's probably completely inappropriate that I say this, but what I see in these groups is that immigrants are extremely largely represented. Good for you. Good for you. Though that's the type of people that our country was built on, was people seeking the best opportunity for their family, for them to become the most important and best thing that they can be. And that's what gets me jazzed to do this. I love it. So many of these people come from other countries where they're like, yeah, I'll never own property there. I could never own property there.
Yeah.
And they come here, and within 10 years, they're landlords with multiple properties. And they're sending money home to help their family.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm like, that's what you want to get behind, as opposed to, well, you don't understand, like, my kid has a pretty aggressive soccer schedule, and so I really can't figure it out. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Sorry, figure it out. Like, I talk to single moms, and that the amount of work, managing the kids and having a job and trying to create financial independence, good for them. They're not using that as an excuse, So yeah, so that's how I react when people say the American dream is dead. I think they're lazy.
Yeah. I get angry like you. I'm like, you don't get it. One of the reasons I have this channel and I invite others to come on is because I want different stories. Right. I talked to a guy yesterday who dropped out of college, who started wholesaling back, 10 years ago.
I saw that.
Yeah. Now he's got a big ass business. And by the way, he lost 200 grand in a year. How about that? Right. So it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I can tell you, losing 200 grand in a year, not fun.
I thought that was funny when his accountant told him, hey, you're 200,000 underwater. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. Not good. Not good. But how can people find you?
Lumberjack Landlord on YouTube and Lumberjack Landlord on Instagram. And again, listen, if this isn't for you, whatever, fine. Like, move along, trot on. But yeah, just, this is such awesome opportunity, and understand this is a skill.
It is a skill, exactly. And skills you can learn. You're not bored 6'6", run and jump. Everybody can do this. Real estate investing is a skill, focus, daily discipline. And now is the time to learn so you can take advantage of what's to come in the summer and the end of the year.
All that preparation.
Yeah. Prepare now. Thanks, buddy. Take care of yourself.
Anytime, Mike. Take care.